Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan, and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. You have found yourself a seated position, one that is both sturdy and comfortable. Your eyes are either closed or open. If they are open, your gaze is directed softly and clearly downwards. There's nowhere to go here, nothing really to do, and there's no person to become. Practice is not about achieving or gaining. What is there to gain? So if you notice right now any kind of attempt to move towards the future, an attempt to gain something from turning on this video, see if you can just release it. Be here for no reason at all. And it's probably the case that I'm catching you thinking. Being here is always interrupted, isn't it? By the circulation of thoughts, feelings, concepts, ideas. This is why we suffer. Take a moment to bring your attention or awareness to the sensations of the breath. Just notice what it is like to inhale and exhale. The breath is in no rush to get to the next breath, nor is it worried about its last breath. Just this breath, rising and falling. And again, you may be lost in your plans, your worries, the dream we call my life. When you notice this, release from the thought. Very simple. Just leave it alone. And gently return to the breath. Not focusing, not concentrating, just a gentle return to the breath like a feather gently landing on the counter surface. We watch the breath like we watch waves on a seashore. In and out, rising and falling. Come back. Come back to the breath. Wake up, wake up from thinking. Return to breathing, rising and falling. Thinking doesn't have to be quiet in order to notice the breath. We are aware of breathing as thinking happens. We just don't get involved with thoughts. We let them come and go as they please, as this breath rises and falls. All right, you can look at the screen. The reason I consider my teacher my teacher, even though I've learned from many, many people, is because this man showed me how to actually practice. For many years, I would just listen to cool talks about meditation or talks about spirituality or, you know, Advaita Vedanta, kind of non-dual talks and stuff like that. But nothing ever really transformed. Like there was insights and aha moments and wow. But there was never like this strong foundation that changes everything. Something lasting, something very real that doesn't just come and go. And it wasn't until I found Zen in a practicing way till I really understood what it meant to practice. My teacher, I was only with him for 2.5 months one time and then another month another time. That's the only time I was actually in contact with him. Face to face. But the rest of the time was, virtual or, we don't contact all the time. But he showed me in that amount of time how to practice. And I took that and just went with it. Really, really practiced. And one of the most important parts of practice that I learned from him was retreats. I didn't actually understand what a retreat was. I always heard about it, but when I moved to, well, I guess I stayed in Germany for a little bit to meet him, and one of the first things we did, I didn't even talk to the guy. We did a week-long silent retreat. And there's a video I have on the channel that talks about how those retreats are conducted, and it is so useful for practice. Because when you show up here today and or when you do a daily meditation practice, you're still in the world. You're talking about this, figuring out problems. People need your attention, you need others' attention, and you're working in the world. So everything's kind of moving and moving. You got Netflix shows, you got YouTube videos, you got reading, constant information and words and words and words, ideas, talking. And a retreat is kind of getting rid of this. It's letting silence be the forefront. And it was described to me really well, where this silence in a retreat is kind of like if you want to see a figure or something that's maybe darker, you want to see it a little bit clearer, you put a white background behind it so you can see its features better. And the retreat is kind of like putting up a white background to your mind so you could see it. There's a reason a lot of us avoid silence and we play music or we distract ourselves all the time because our minds start to become more clear to us. The constant chatter, the memory of that bad thing that happened or the fear of that new thing that might not happen. And so a retreat is willingly going into this, willingly allowing the mind to be seen fully. And then, of course, to investigate, what am I? What sits here? What goes on retreat? What has these thoughts? What are thoughts talking to? What really is this? And it was the most transformative thing for me was to learn how to do retreats and then to do those regularly, which I've done for many years now. In fact, today, as this has come out, I'm currently in a retreat, a solo retreat. And I thought this is a great opportunity to talk about retreats because they are very important. And I wish I had something on this channel that can help bring a retreat to you or maybe offer certain centers that has retreats. And I do a lot of solo retreats. But yeah, if you're ever interested in retreat, let me know. Maybe I can figure out a way to do an online retreat for everyone. Maybe a live thing, I'm not sure. But if you're interested in that, please just let me know. And I can't tell you how important it is to actually just practice. And a retreat is a way to really hone in on practicing, to really hone in on what this is. And a retreat is kind of like going to this clear next state. You know, you could practice a lot and just kind of, have a lot of benefit. But when a retreat's like going, oh, really peeking under the rug. What's under there? What have I swept under the rug? What is even under the rug? Anyway, so yes, I am currently in a retreat, and if you're interested in anything like this, you want to learn more about retreats, I have a video on retreats. If I could figure out how to put it in that little box thing at the top of the screen, I'll try to. If I don't, I apologize. And yeah, maybe we can do something live on the channel, a live retreat. Anyway, I'm rambling. Thank you guys. It's a pleasure. And as always, and without exception, I'll see you tomorrow.